Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another tournament stream. Woohoo! First off, house cleaning. There is a 3-minute delay on the stream. That is to avoid any stream sniping happening, and of course, there will be a giveaway in the chat that I will post momentarily. Basically, you have to guess the damage that the team on the left does in the grand finals. We don't know yet who that is. I know that I'm following Group 7. I do not know exactly who I am attached to. Oh God. Okay, so Blitz is basically crushing on me. I'm going to let you look at how things are loading again. But every time I try to do anything to her, it just crashes on me. Let's see if it lets me. I'm actually going to take you back to the pre-stream. Okay, that actually worked. So I restarted and then it worked on me. I could accept it. But all my notifications are back and I need to adjust the screen to fit properly again. But yeah, it's been acting weird. Every time I try to do anything to it, it just crashes. So I'm going to touch it as little as I can, in the hope that things will go smoothly. For some reason, my stupid YouTube chat never lets me post the proper proper giveaway thing because the text is too long. So I'm just gonna have to edit that a little bit. There we go. Pin message. So we don't know who the left team is, mind you. Let's go back to OBS. Yes, you are seeing my garage. I am waiting for the time to drop below 3 minutes so that we can actually go into the room. And hopefully things will work as intended. I have no idea why it's doing this. Like everything else works fine. OBS is holding fine. My internet is doing more than fine. It's just the game that crashes everything to related. So I'm also not going to check scores in between for other groups or anything. I just don't dare because it's just gonna crash again. Like it does a little waiting thingy. At least I can still get into the room and it would let me actually ready up. So I'm hopeful that that will continue to work as intended. So yeah, let's see. Let's dare to go in here. We are starting it off on Lagoon. We have Love versus Espil. And let's see, Lagoon. I have a little map video of that. This is what Lagoon looks like. It's actually honestly a quite interesting map, but there's a lot of fire lines and a lot of sticky positions where people can just basically get cross fire lines in. That by now, these two players know where they are, so they will sort of like word pre-aim and then shoot blind shot into the bushes and everything because they expect people to be there. And that is one of the things I honestly like the most about watching tours, because you can actually see how advanced these players are really. Because that's the only way that I can actually say it. But because the way that their level of thinking in the game, they know the armor, they know where they can put which tank exactly properly. There's like these little things about where the bushes are. You drive through things or you don't drive through things on purpose to get a certain result, either to avoid having to drive through it later, or simply because you want people to think that you're there even though you're going to move fast and everything. In the meantime, by the way, if everything sounds alright, please let me know, because when something doesn't work right, and in this case it's just Blitz, but when something doesn't work right, I always get a little bit nervous. So I'm really hoping that everything will sound fine and work fine and all of that. Yeah. Worst case scenario, I have to. Well, no, that's not the worst case scenario. I really hope that everything will just behave, and that the worst case scenario would be that I have to restart my game a few times, but I can live with that. So let's see. So far, everything seems to be looking good. Just going to have a quick look on Yeah, I can see the garage on the actual YouTube screen as well. So hopefully everything is working as intended. Anyhow, for Love vs. Espil, we are starting off with Love in a Kranwagen 3 AMX 54s, a Chieftain MK6, and 2 E50Ms versus, let's see, 1, 2, 3 F3s, an AMX 54, a Batchat, and 2 E50Ms. So let's see. Fingers crossed that things will work. Because I'm always afraid of that as well. Thank goodness for that. We are in the game, and that's a good start. I like that camo on the AMX 54 there. Thing is, I find that I always do this. Whenever we load into the game, I just look at who has the most lovely camos. And I'm just like, oh, I want that camo, that sort of stuff. Or I have that camo. Like the Evo is one of my favorite camos, favorite legendary camos. It is a bit creepy, but just the way that the whole smoke stuff works just works really well. Oh, no? Sashenka is actually not going to go to the spotty spot, which I thought that he was going to do. Jere is spotted by him, though. So that is still information that he's conveying to the rest of the team. Espil going for the C cap and the B cap. That is cheeky because all of Love is positioned on the other side of the map, and that can be very tricky. We have less. Ooh, yeah, they're not getting that D cap. And that means that now we have the E50Ms moving. Barotic holding, but Nisi is going to find some people very soon. And now Maverick is... You see, this is the thing with tour plays. He was basically angling his tank differently so that he could peek out more carefully, so to speak. Arkilov, I think. Ark is holding here. Maverick can't really get out of there. Has to be very careful. He's not spotted though. Shots are being fired at Asko. I'm gonna call him Asko because there's no pronouncing that. Nisi taking a little bit of a hit. They know that Maverick is there, but there's not much they can do about him. They just have to be careful. B is being stolen, but not quite because the F3 is behind there. And in an excellent position to decap together with Sashenka. Esko is moved around. Is going after him. Future Simple. Oh no, actually, Esko is going after Toby, who's going after the Batchat. And all in all, Espil is bleeding. They're slowly but surely bleeding. Sashenka lost more HP. He is still alive somehow, but that's only because Toby missed. Flamingo is not looking too healthy. And Future Simple's almost reloaded. Flamingo in danger. Has to be very careful in the middle. But the HP-wise, Love does have the advantage. Gun-wise, they now have the advantage as well. Toby was surviving with very little HP. But that's up and over now. Yetta still looking quite healthy. He's going after Future Simple. That is the preferred target here. Then we have Visa. Yetta turning around. Missing his kill shot there, though. And now he's alone versus 4 actually. So that's gonna be the end of Yetta. But Nisi is still relatively healthy. But so is Asko, which is the one that he's going to engage with. And of course, Espil still has the 2 bases. Sashenka is running around, but he could actually go to get base A and just make it a triple base here. Aw, thank you, game over. Let's see. Nisi. Oh, that was a nice shot. Pyrotic is still there as well. Hassi is dealing on his own with a lot of people. Hassi goes down there though. So does Asko. All the one-shots. Visa goes down. Nisi takes it from Arkilov. He needs to get the kill. And then they still need to find the Batchat. The Batchat is, in the meantime, shooting him. Oh, that was brilliantly timed. Sashenka does not survive it. And now it's just Akilov versus Parodic, but they're one-shots for each other. The thing is that the pressure is on Parodic because Espil has the bases. So now Akilov is taking a different position. I love how he's just running around here. And all he needs to do is survive. That's all he needs to do in order to win. And Parodic is going the wrong way, thinking that Akilov went a different way. And Akilov is just casually driving towards base C, just hiding. Parodic can't do anything but look for him. He knew where he was, he doesn't know where he is. That's not what I meant to do, but they're not finding each other. Very cleverly played by Espil here, winning on the points. One shot versus one shot. I'll take it. Lovely little game here, very clever. Honestly, like, I love all the epic action where they're just like shooting each other and just getting like these epic shots in. But when you have these little clever things where you're like, okay, if I leave, I can survive and then I can win. And Agilov went the right way, not the way that that Love was expecting. 1 minute 12 seconds left to go before we go into the second game of this best of 5. Also, just remember that you're guessing for the grand finals. We do not know yet who the left team will be, so it can be anyone. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. The thing is with these days, like, it's been a really busy day, so my brain is a bit all over the place. So if I have any brain derps or repeat myself too much or say something that doesn't quite make sense, I do apologize. It's basically when I get to this stage of the day and I'm this tired, it doesn't always go well when I try to find the words for what I'm trying to say. 27 seconds left to go. Love now ready with 8 chiefs, an Ekranwagen, an LT, an F3, an AMX54 and 2 E50Ms. Versus 2 E50Ms, 2 AMX54s, 2 F3s and a Batchat. I like how it's like mirrored, like top to bottom. Les and Maverick both in the E50M, then you have 2 AMXs, then you have 2 F3s, and then you have Batchat. I'm always look for patterns in things. It's not that it influences anything, but just aesthetically pleasing, you know? Kind of like that. It's always like seeing that. And I'm pretty sure that that did not go as Love expected. And to be fair, that mainly had to do with those early base caps, which made all the difference. Sashenka, again, going for the... No, he's going straight for the base now, it looks like. But so are the E50Ms from Love. And I think this is a bit of a no guts, no glory. Oh no. Are they boosting? Or are they holding? No, they are holding. They're lying in wait. They're waiting for them to push through. Hasi has been spotted. Base B now protected. Or protected-ish. Future Simple going in. And it might be expensive to decap it, but Hasi misses the shot. And that's going to make it very difficult, because they're also capping together, so before he's even reloaded, they've gotten the second base. Hasi now pulling back, so is Espil. The thing is that, again, Espil can play the long game. All they need to do is survive. Just keep tabs on where people are. Look at the chicken position there, though. I thought that the way that they were like right behind each other might have meant that they were... This is a lovely camo. Might have meant that they were pushing. Oh, you're very welcome what you're doing. Honestly, I love it. Like, the thing about tours, and we now have sort of, it's not dead because there's a lot happening, there's just no action. I love tours because it shows the potential of the game. This is what happens when you have all 7 players on both sides working together, making tactics together, building their positions upon each other and supporting each other. You do never get that. You never get that in randoms. It's just not on there, basically. But in tours, you do, and it's honestly, I always love watching that because of that. They are being very, very careful. This is the thing. You have Flamingo over here, waiting for them to be pushing over there, which would mean he can support with Crossfire. The E50Ms are the same. Hasi is sort of trying to play bait, but not quite pushing it far enough. They know Flamingo is there. They don't know where the rest of Love are. Love is quite spread out. The thing is, though, that the point advantage for Espil is steadily growing. Hasi losing a lot of HP. They are moving in. Flamingo taking a different position, going after Future Simple. But mainly because he has no choice but to try that. He actually bounced that, which is not going to work out in his favor. Future Simple is now reloading. They need to take the guns out fast. He's pushing over. And they seem to be a bit confused about which targets to focus on. Les goes down, Hasi goes down, Maverick goes down. Arkilov seems to be the next in line, but Flamingo goes down first, making the guns even again. We're nearing 800 points. Yeda goes down, Sashenka goes down. People are disappearing left and right. But base C is now being taken. Toby is not going to be long for this role once Future Simple arrives there. This is the thing, he spots him, and immediately Toby pulls back. Future Simple stays in the base. Toby is now using Visa as basically armor. It doesn't work in the end because there's just too many guns and positions. But now, I'm trying to find the people. There we are. Parvotic is going after Arkilov. He needs to take him down, and he needs to lose as little HP as possible for it. They need the kill. They're 904 points. The kill is needed. He does take another hit for that. Asko goes down as well, but Nisi is not looking too healthy. They need to focus on Visa, and they need to focus on him quick. Flexus is though... Oh no, they might... Ooh, no, they do not get him. Base C is now being stolen. We're nearing 900 points again. Flexus is pulling away to go and after base B. The question is, will that be enough? The thing is, they need to get Visa out. But Espil is definitely playing the supremacy game. Can Pyrotic pull this off? If he gets... I was just going to say, if he gets proxy spotted too early, it's going to be issues. Oh, that was a cheeky bounce. He needs another one like that. 954. He does get him. And now a Future Simple, who misses. 910, but now Love has 2 bases. Flexus didn't get the shots in either, but now he's capping so that even if Flexus dies, and Future Simple goes down, but even if Flexus had died, they wouldn't have gotten the points to get to 1k points, and then Parvotic probably would have hidden behind the rocks, so he would have never arrived in time, or they played Ring Around the Roses. Again, very much a supremacy game. That was so close though, like damage-wise and everything. Again. Honestly, I do love that. The thing is that when people have the advantage. They're not likely to go for a trap, so that you have to bring the trap to them, so to speak. And in this case, Love really had no other option but to do that. And they did do it in time. We have seen games in earlier tours where basically, whenever someone had to make a push, they did it too late. And they would end up losing on points because they pushed too late. Let's see, 50 seconds left to go. Oh, we're actually moving to a new map, of course. We're going to Canal, which is one of my favorite maps. 4 base is one of the biggest maps that we've got. I honestly really like playing on this because the gameplay is generally very interesting, regardless of what type of tank I play. Note, though, that I generally do not camp in TD, so that's a thing. But, like, when you get the base closest to you, you generally start with an advantage because a lot of people in Supremacy don't bother actually playing Supremacy, which is also why I really enjoy these games. Because, honestly, I love Supremacy as a mode and generally play nothing else. And for Canal, we have Toby ready in the F3 together with Hassi. Then we have an AMX-54, 2 LTs, and an E50M, and a Hori. Versus an LT, 2 AMX-54s, 2 E50Ms, a Hori, and an LT. Let's see. Here we go. 2 LTs E. This is pretty much like... Yeah, no. We have AMXs versus F3s, basically, and an E50M less. But in speed, it is relatively similar. Though Espil does have that little E50M more. And let's see. And they're only sending less towards base D. Which turns out to be the right move, because all of Love is going to the other side. Which might mean that they have a quick cap. Asko pushing very aggressively. Flamingo. Flamingo, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, that is... Okay, never mind. That is what he was doing. Sashenka can't really do anything anymore now. He's not even going to survive because Yetta killed him. It cost them half a tank of HP, but it gave them all the information and it gave them a base advantage because now they've gotten base A. The F3s have Arkulov. You see all the crossfire lines happening. Arkulov not going to survive for long. And of course he does have some support. The F3s are now reloading. Arkulov is still alive. Hassi actually goes down first. Arkulov gets to survive a little bit longer. This is excellent reaction from Espil. Had they done anything different, it would not have gone well. Future Simple goes down though. And that puts them a gun back again. And now we have Maverick losing a little bit of HP. Arkulov still alive somehow. Probably not for long. Yetta moves in, but it is Toby that gets the kill. Thing is also to remember that when you get in a trench like this, Yetta shooting anyone, even if he bounces, means they're spotted for a whole lot longer. And that is something that also very much helps, especially when someone is pulling back inside a trench of sorts. Well, they're actually going after Visa first. No. Toby now focusing on Asko. I'm sorry, I kind of missed that, like, in the close-up version, but that was epic. And there goes Les, and the game is for Love very decisively here. Aw, thank you, Damien. That's so sweet of you to say. Ah, poor Sashenka. It's not his fault, though. Like, I thought for a moment that Flamingo was having massive ping issues and was just going forwards. And then all of a sudden it made sense because they found what they were looking for, and that was Sashenka. 1 minute, 18 seconds left before we go into the 4th game in this best of 5, which also means that if Love wins the next one, then they are through to the upper bracket, and that would mean that Espil is through to the lower bracket. So we now have 3 E50Ms for Love, together with 1 AMX54, an F3 and 2 LTs, versus 4 E50Ms, 2 AMX54s, and a Beta. That kind of sounds like a wolf pack, honestly. Which is what we might be seeing here. I kind of wonder which way they will push though. Like, if you wolf pack, generally I would expect that through base D, but I think that as soon as they load in, if Love sees all those E50Ms, they're gonna be like, yeah, let's not go to D. Let's see. This is always the point. I'm just like, oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Like, I remember that back in the day, when I first started streaming, one of the feedback that I got from Wargaming was that I needed to be more enthusiastic. The thing is, I can't fake that. I can't pretend to be enthusiastic when I'm not. But when you get games like this, you hear me get riled up because I'm genuinely really enjoying it. Like, I always enjoy the tactical stuff and the just the whole smart play, the professionalness of it all, because I can't reach that level in game ever myself. I can enjoy watching it. I can name it. I can't play it, basically. So I always enjoy that part, but when you get games like this, I really enjoy them. And we have the Wolfpack heading towards base D. We see some blind shots happening. Sashenka going in a very forward position. Does spot most of the people there, then goes into base D. Espil is going hard on the push, which I kind of feel that Love should have seen coming. Nisi surviving. Yere. Ooh, getting trapped there, but might get away with it and might be able to. No, he's getting shot more. Yere and Nisi not looking too good. They do both have a base, but Espil has a tiny point advantage here. Nisi, no. Moving into C, no, he immediately gets spotted and is like, yeah, I don't really want to be here anymore. So this is a plan that did not quite go well. Espil being very aggressive here and doing all the smart things. Hugging each other a little bit here. Flamingo is spotted, but so is Arkilov. And basically Visa is there. Might spot people. And Love is basically pulling back towards their spawn. Now they're spotting the wolf pack. And they are getting shot from everywhere. It's Visa that they want. It's Visa they're going to go after. Because Visa has no support. They didn't know that. This was a big gutsy move, honestly. Arkilov is not looking too healthy. They are taking B and C at them back. But Visa is the primary target. They need to take him out. Toby is focusing on less. Flex assist barely survives, but is still there. Yeda goes down. Arkilov is not long for this world. Less lost a whole lot of HP. It's Arkilov they need more, though. They are letting Less survive for a little bit longer. Hasi not using a shot just yet. Arkilov goes down. Nisi goes down. Flex assist is still alive. There goes Less. We have Future Simple arriving. Right now, Espil has 2 bases. Pyrotic is not looking too good, but does land another shot. Then goes down to Maverick all the way at the back there. It is 4v4, but HP-wise, Espil has a big advantage here. Toby is not looking too healthy. Hasi trying to go after Sashenka, but Sashenka is not having it. Takes the hit, but then kills him off. Toby is behind the building, can't really move from there. We have Flamingo, who's a one-shot now. He does take out Maverick. But basically, unless they get some rare magic, Toby goes down. Flex assist all the way at the back there. Flamingo goes down. It is just Flex assist now. He does land another hit, but Future Simple is slowly but surely coming. And there's nothing he can do about that. Even though he doesn't know it yet, it's gonna be the end. That is such a cool camo though. I need to know what it's called. And Espil bringing it back to a tiebreaker here. Good evening, Fufu. And Simon. And pretty much everyone. Beautiful game. Very cheeky. I like it. So for the tiebreaker, we are going to go to Alpenstadt. Alpenstadt looks like this. 3 bases. Generally cheeky crossfire lines as well. After Canal, I'm really hoping for an exciting match here as well. Because to be honest, this can be a very, very campy map as well. So I am curious. I actually like the Reforged version so much, but they actually changed it again and removed all the cool futuristic stuff. I think it was just too much change in one go, and people were not happy to accept that. So yeah, that's where we are going next for the tiebreaker that decides who goes through to the upper bracket. Love Agassiz. Are you not entertained? I used to love that movie so much. The only damper on it, it was also my ex's favorite movie, and that basically kind of ruined it for me. I do need to watch it again, though, just to see if I can get that spark back for it. So with 22 seconds left to go, we see Love ready with 2 F3s, an AMX54, an LTE Super and 2 E50Ms. And we see the lovely reverse thing happening again at Espil's side with 2 E50Ms, 2 AMX54s, 2 F3s, and an LT. But yeah, thing is, I feel so privileged to be able to commentate on tours. And I know that not everyone likes my commentating style, that I don't see all the tactics. Because there are streamers that can actually call out tactics and then, they have this team, they will go do that. Every time that a match starts here, I'm just genuinely, well, not so much surprised at what they're doing, but happy to see what they're doing. And I just, basically, for me, tactics only work until you meet the first player. So there are certain moves that can be total boss moves. But everything depends on the reaction of the player. Blind shots happening. Sashenka being very forwards. Flamingo taking a little bit of hit there. Sashenka deciding that he does not want to meet Flamingo, which is a good call. Esco taking a little bit of hits. Hasi being very careful. He can't really move in. Has to be very careful there. The F3s are actually looking the different way though. And now we have Yera running around the back. Arkilov is there. Also with Sashenka now running around the back. They are spotting each other. Yera getting a cheeky little shot in. But then hightails it out of here. We now have the E50Ms rotating back around. Toby taking a few hits. Hasi has relocated. They know that Asko is there. This is what they were waiting for. And Arkilov does use the sandbags expertly, but is losing quite a bit of HP there. Yere focusing on capping the base. Toby losing a little bit of HP. Base A now also being capped, but they will have a point disadvantage, so it will be up to Espil to do something. Arkilov turning. Hashi has to be careful. I keep saying Hashi, I mean Hasi. Honestly, the thing with the futuristic stuff, I don't expect the stuff to be realistic in this game. I actually like it better when it's not. As he now using his sandbags. Toby losing more HP. Toby has to be a little bit careful here though. As does Hasi. C is being stolen. We have the AMX is moving in on the other side. Yetta is running all over the place. Toby is in danger. Hasi goes down first though. Love had all the cards, but it did not quite work as intended. He might still get a shot in. He does do that. Asko goes down. There goes Toby. Flex assist now. In danger. Can't really do much because he's not that fast. And he has too many tanks in front of him. Even though he pulls back. Especially with Maverick just making things difficult to move. Flex assist goes down. There's a third gun from Love that's out. Sashenka is just... Oh, he did fire, but he didn't hit. Love now has 2 guns. They need to take out Sashenka and Les ASAP. Sashenka being the primary target here. Les being slowly but surely murdered. Sashenka using the building to survive a little bit longer, but then Pyrotic gets him. Yetta does not take the kill, which is kind of needed. Base C is being taken, base B is being taken. Flamingo is not looking too healthy. Trying to survive and run away, but there he goes. C now taken. Almost. There's 4 pretty healthy guns, except for Future Simple for Espil. Maverick now going after base A. We're basically rotating the bases here. Which, to be honest, makes sense. Oh, that's a very low hit. They do need to take out those F3s, though. He does get it, but now he's a one-shot as well. Anha has been tracked. But Visa does not make use of that. But now, Espil has 2 bases. Love has 1. 3v3. And Espil has the advantage when it comes to HP, but also when it comes to the points. This could be tricky. Pyrotic does get the shot in. Then eats... Oh, that is... Ow, unlucky. Where am I? It's actually... Let me move. Espil holding near the base. Yetta goes down, and now it's just... Nisi. There we go. He wants to get a little hit into Maverick. He does not get the kill. Nisi survives. But the game is for Espil, and Espil goes through to the upper brackets. That was such a good game, though. Again, close. These two are really close. Honestly, we haven't seen the other teams yet, but I'm really hoping for this matchup again in the grand finals. So now we have about 20-ish minutes before we get the next match. I don't dare go into the tournament tab because everything will crash again. So we are just going to be looking at some replays. Let's see, I've got some lovely ones. At least I'm assuming that they are lovely ones. I am going to start with this, because this is a tank that I genuinely loathe. Oh, it's on Lagoon. Could be a very campy game. The thing is that I usually frontline in it, which works surprisingly well, because people freak the F out when you arrive in the Death Star. Ah, so it's Nikki. Okay. Yeah, that's probably a language barrier thing for me. If it is Nikki, I do apologize. The only thing I always say Nisi is because, at least in Dutch, it would be sort of like an S sound rather than a K sound, unless there's a K behind it. So if it was a K sound, it would be N-I-C-K-I. But yeah. I always try to get the pronunciations right, so I do apologize. I'll ask later on how I should pronounce it. I like how he's quite forwards. This is the thing, I do not have the patience to drive this tank, really. Oh, that board, that's so beautiful. Motion moving in. Come on, Sheridan. Come on, Sheridan. Oh, he's not going for it. Minotauro not happy. The thing is that when the Death Star hits, it can hit so well, but then you're useless for such a long time. And the R2 comes down, so he has to be careful with using that reload. Poof. The thing is, it says gotcha because, yeah, it's British. But when you kill someone, the Russian sound of what is said just sounds so much like kapoof to me, which fits so well with just the tank going poof. Oh, gorgeous. Oh, especially like that. Oh, bless him. You're stuck against the rock there now. That was just mean. Hello there. Yes, push further. No, he's not that stupid. Okay. Poof. This is casually done 5k damage here. Ah, that could be it, yeah. I know Haze. I didn't know Hasi. No, we now know also where the other one is. I like how he enters sniper mode here. And then misses! This is why I dislike the Death Star, because technically speaking, you could be eaten alive right now. If the KP had any better RNG. Kapoof! Nice. It's a quick game though. Thing is, when I get a Death Star replay, I'm always afraid that it's going to be very, very campy, so I'm always happy when it's not. I think pretty much all of Love is German. So Hasi makes sense. But yeah, I will ask Laro if it's Nikki or Nissi. See, what else have I got for you? I have some lovely replays. The thing is, I have a replay that I really want to show, but I'm not sure if I can. Because I haven't really heard back yet whether I could have it. So we're just going to watch this game instead. Let me skip a little bit there. Ah, no, it's blend. It's a short game. The thing is that so many times, basically, the Death Star misses. Like, I'm not afraid of meeting a Death Star unless I have to face it head on. Because generally, most of the time, it's easy to make miss. Or to have your tracks eat the shot and just not have it do much. That is cheeky. Hello, Nuno. Nuno is one of my favorite people ever. So I'm always very happy to see him. It's Gatov. Okay. I just always hear kapoof. What does it mean, Gatov? Is it like got him or something? It just always sounds kapoof. Ramming speed. T-22 is such a cheeky tank, though. Oh god, I've been playing a lot of realistic lately, and I so hate it. Ah, ready or done. Okay. They're done, definitely. Yeah, that's okay. We finished them. Similar. So it does make sense. Luna is not having the best RNG this game. Let's see. But yeah, I hate realistic mode, because the thing is I'm very map dependent, so the games that I play are usually very in sniper mode, looking at the minimap. There's a tank there. He was quite clearly visible, Eric. But yeah, it's just not my kind of playstyle. Nice. Oh, I like how he's trying to find you. Oh no, he's actually killing your teammate. Kaboof! Oh wait, there's another one. That's also something. Tanks appear out of nowhere in realistic, quite literally, which makes sense because that's what they're built for. That'll do. The thing is that when I first see a tank in realistic, I generally seem to think that it's a corpse because it doesn't actually show up on my map yet, and I don't see the health quite right away. Nah, it's Nietzsche. Okay, so I was kind of right and kind of wrong. So it's not Nietzsche, it's Nietzsche. Okay, happy with that. Happy to know that. But that was a beautiful little game, Eric. A cheeky, cheeky game. I appreciate that. So let's see. Now we just have to wait. Oh, basically before I stream, I usually click away all the notifications, and because the game has just been crashing, all the notifications keep coming back. I absolutely hate it. I also I want to rant about this. I hate this. You have 2 missions, and they are completed, and you cannot bloody click them away unless you buy the whole battle pass thing, which honestly for 24 euros I'm not gonna do. Katoof. Yeah, okay. Kapoof. I'm gonna stick with that because in Dutch, kapoof is also a sound that you make when something goes boom. So it's just so fitting. But yeah, I absolutely hate notifications, and I hate that you can't get rid of them, because even if you do this, it says, oh, buy it. And it's like, I'm not buying a mission bundle for 24 euros. Like, we've had events like this before, and then you could get the big bundle. Actually, let's go to the store. We can rant about it properly. You have the big bundle, which is the booster pass, and it gets you 20 levels and another 10 boosters, so you get quite a few levels. That was always the expensive one, and it would be around 24 euros. And then you had the mission pack, and it was maybe 8 or 9, maybe 10 in some years, I think, or some events. And now all of a sudden the mission pack is 24. It's utterly ridiculous. I refuse. I'm doing all my daily missions just to spite them, honestly, because I do want all the rewards. Mainly, I want this little tanky. And I'm getting closer. I only need 10 more levels and I will get some boosters tomorrow, so that is helpful. But honestly, I hate it. And I hate that you have to buy one of those to unlock the other levels and everything. But the fact that it's just so expensive now, that is something I can't get over. Let's see. Now I'm just going to wait for the rune fight, which shouldn't be much longer, to be honest. And then probably the game will crash, and then we will restart it, and I will accept it, and then we can go into the room. I'm tiring myself right now. Okay. Yeah, see, it's doing that again. Okay. I'm going to get you back to the preview screen, because then I need to relaunch the game and accept the room, which means I'm later into the room. So there's a reason that I'm doing this, that you're not seeing me start the game. Because the thing is that the whole point of the delay is to avoid people seeing each other's lineups. Like, if there were tanks already ready up right now, that would really defeat the purpose. Let's see. Okay, so it did work again this way. We are going to Winter Malinovka, so I can start that. We can go to the garage. I can put my game back on the right size. There we go. But yeah, basically, it's crashing every time I accept a room invite. I'm glad that that's where it ends, though. Like, I can actually get into the game and everything already up. Yeah, Nietzsche. So actually, the thing is that I've talked about this in previous streams before. My real first name, like Amonat, is not my name, obviously. That name comes from Egyptian mythology, which is why, if it show, yeah, it does show on the stream. That is why there are pyramids in my amazing background. And basically, she's just from Egyptian mythology, so that's a lovely nod towards that. Um, but yeah, my real name is very difficult to pronounce. In the English language, if you do not know French or the O sound, which doesn't exist in English, you do not know how to pronounce my name. So the English people usually end up calling me Joe, because that's the short version, but then the English pronunciation of it. And obviously, I'm not Joe, but it's just because they can't pronounce that. But that's also why when I stream, I really want to get all the pronunciations right. At least try to. And when it's the first day of the qualifiers, if I'm streaming like all days, which I'm not, obviously, but back in the days when I did, I wouldn't bother on day one or day two because those were the teams that you would generally never see it again. But when you get to the people that can be top 8, which I'm going to be showing off a lot more, then I really want to know how to pronounce them. But yeah, we are going to go to Winter Malinovka, which of course we now have two versions of in the game, but this is the, let's say, normal version, the current version, let's say. And it has 3 bases, lots of crossfire lines, lots of camping positions as well. This map, generally, we see base A action, and then depending on what happens there, we see action on the rest of the side, on the other side of the map. In randoms, though, it can go every which way. It depends really on where you start. And I always hope that my team just holds long enough for me to get bases and get around to them. But yeah, Espil already completely ready. And they are taking 4 E50Ms, 2 F3s, and an AMX 54. And we see Nexus ready with an LT, an AMX 54, a Super Conqueror, a Kranwagen, and 3 E50Ms. In the meantime, I'm also getting all the notifications. I'm not getting any useful notifications. Basically, there's I have this app that's called Star Walk, that is, and it shows you the night sky. So like you can point your phone up and you can see which are the stars that you're seeing right now. You can check the names. You can also check like events, like if Venus is gonna be standing close to the moon and stuff like that. I like it also because it shows meteors, meteor showers. You can see when the International Space Station is flying over, stuff like that. I really like that. But it also always gives me notifications. Like right now, it's telling me that tonight Mercury is close to the moon. The thing is that you can never see Mercury with the naked eye because honestly, it's too close to the sun for that. But like if you have a very good telescope, then you could make use of that. So yeah, right now it's not giving me anything interesting, but sometimes it really tells me, oh, I should go outside and watch all the shooting stars. No, Amanat is not my name. And here we go, into the first game of this best of 5. I've been hoarding my gold, you know, because there's been nothing to gamble it on. Let's see. Here we go. Next is turning around towards base A. We have the E50M and Striker. Wolfpack going in, immediately spotting people. Maverick always in tricky crossover thing there. Loses quite a bit of HP. And now has to be careful to not lose more. And he's got a whole Wolfpack in front of him. There's not much he can do aside from keeping people spotted. They are. Oh, they're going after Les. Les is losing so much HP here. And Maverick is basically stuck. He can't do anything. He can't get out of there. Now the Wolfpack is moving in. Oof, Pomidorchik has been absolutely murdered. Devotion is in danger. The focus fire is not quite there. Devotion goes down. Maverick now in danger. Nazria was actually focusing on Maravilla, but Maverick goes down. Oof. CK went down as well, on fire. They are trying to keep Maravilla alive. And they do so far, but now we have Skiloidus Big moving in. It's 3v3. Visa is not looking too healthy. Visa has to be careful. We have Striker trying to go after Visa. Visa goes down, making it all the more important for them to take out Pika. Skiloidus Big is just basically being a bully here. But now they have to be a little bit more careful. There are corpses there, so they can't pull back the way that they would like to. Move your head. Move your head. They're slowly but surely eating away at the HP. Future Simple now arriving as well. But Skiloidus Big, basically this is a very clever move with them. It's sort of like divide and conquer. Skiloidus goes down. Future Simple is still getting shot from both sides. He's not using the cover that he's got. And they need to get that kill. That has to be a kill. And it's not a kill shot. That's going to be the end of him. Especially when that misses as well. And they kind of just like both shoot him. But Amore takes home the kill here. And Nexus has the first game. Ah, Malinovka, like the old version, is so balanced. You can tell why they reworked it, honestly. I do like it. But it's not quite yet. It's so campy. And people just have no idea how to play it. Back in the day, we didn't have the same problem, but we also had a lot of different tanks. I don't think we had any light tanks, for instance. So things just were very, very differently. Now, for the second game on Winter Malinovka, we see Nexus now ready with an LT, 4 AMX-54s, a Hori, and only one E50M. So that is a lot more armor. Yes, Espil's doing the opposite. They're going for 3 50Ms in that chat, 2 F3s and 1 AMX 54. I'm always like, I want to see what happens. I hate the waiting game where you just can't just go in. Also, by the way, I'm not sure if any of you guys are interested in stuff like that, but did you see the amazingly cute profile animations that Discord brought out now? Like, there's so much cute stuff. Let's see. I always wonder what I'm going to use on Discord on my profile because there's so many cute animations. Like right now, I have a little ducky. But I do kind of need to switch to autumn soon. But yeah, I think I've got like autumn leaves from last year. I'll probably use those. I like the whole elemental seasonal stuff that they've got most. And cats. Obviously cats. But here we go into the second game. I know that is also something that some people find really annoying. The fact that I'm just always going off and not just talking about tours and tanks and players, but just talk about anything and everything. Let's see. Beautiful golden camo. We have Maravilla on his own. Striker going to the middle. Batchat has been spotted. Sashenka does not really get to go in there. Maverick goes into the base. Well, they are. They are shooting it. This is the thing. Like, when you are spectating like me, one of the things that I appreciate most... Ooh, Pomodorchik is losing a whole lot of HP. Might not even make it towards the corner. They have a Bennett base 8, though. Sashenka losing a lot of HP as well. The thing is, we still have that Wolfpack there. And Nexus has lost so much HP here. Oh, that was a glorious hit from Pika. Now if Skeloid is moving to intercept Striker. And the Batchat has to be careful here as well, because he doesn't have that much HP. But he could outgun him based on getting shots in early. Which is exactly what Sashenka should be doing, but he's not getting the shots in. Oh, oh, is he gonna get it though? Maverick in the meantime and Amore are gone. Oh, he did shoot, it just didn't do anything. Maravilla and Nazria facing off against each other. Maravilla goes down. Asko is not looking too healthy. Does get another shot in, but is not going to survive because there's already a corpse there and he can't hide in there. Making the 5v4. HP wise, it is really close. Visa not looking at Devotion. Ooh, Striker coming in to take out Nesria. Skeloidus facing off against the Hori. The Hori will reload first though. CK goes down. He can't really do much of anything here. Visa needs to move and they need to take out Devotion and then somehow try to save Skeloidus. That is the end of Devotion, making it 300 again. And Skeloidus can't afford to. Pomodorchik takes out. Pomodorchik is taken out, but now Skeloidus Pink is reloading. And holding again behind the rock. Striker is arriving. Thing is, he is a little bit of a hold held position. Can Striker be taken out? Oh, he can be taken out. Ooh. Beautifully done by Visa. Man of the match here, for sure. But to be fair, no, maybe the man of the match should be Scoloidus for using that rock just expertly here. Oh, I do need to look at the quest again to see if there's any good ones for the Discord thing. Because the thing is, I missed the Venom one and I absolutely hate it. I think that if you have, whatchamacallit, Nitro, that's the word I was looking for, that you actually get to keep them. We are moving on to Normandy, as the score is now 1-1. Normandy, again, one of the bigger maps, 4 bases. Very cheeky line out, to be honest, because none of the bases are exactly easy to cap, even base C and D, because you can get crossfire lines from the TD places. You have a crash plane where the place is already crashed, but the plane isn't there yet, which is something I really like. I always find it so funny. It is also funny, like, if you do play Encounter or some of the Burning games, to troll cap that base. Because it just makes them all come and they just have to go over that little edge and your team can just farm them. But yeah, Espil now ready with 2 F3s, an LT, 2 Kranwagens, 2 LTs actually in total, and a 215B. Versus an LT, a Super Conqueror, a 215B, 3 AMX 54s, and a Kranwagen. Interesting choice with the Kranwagens though. Like, we don't see them all that often. So obviously they have function here. But yeah. 10 seconds left to go before we go into the third game of this best of 5. No match point for anyone just yet. Neither team is up to a score of 2. And here we go. Let's see. To be honest, I understand. Like, I just clicked what Fufu said with at least he can still gamble. That's because basically in Belgium, you do not get the gamble events. Like, they just don't show up. Anything with craze is like, nope, it's not here. Which I think is so unfair. Like, I understand it with the paid ones, but even with the free ones? C now being taken, the LTs going quickly. Striker getting spotted. The little LTs deciding that they don't really want to be there anymore. Obviously there's 2 big guns behind them. So now both teams have a cap, but Espil has a little bit of an HP point advantage. Nexus has the HP advantage actually. And I wonder if we're going to see some light tank action at base A. Blind shots happening. Pomodoro chick being fired upon by Maverick. Both in the same tank as well. And again, Stargate just went down to the beach. Going on holiday. Scyloidus being very forwards here. Well, it's going to spot a lot of people. And then has to just hold down and hold. This is the thing though. He can get shot from so many different directions. So he has to be careful with how and exactly where he is holding. And the thing is, it will be up to Nexus to make a move. I see more blind shots happening, but so far Maverick hasn't hit a single one. He is shooting in the right direction. Like, there, you see the tracer! Honestly, I love the tracers in Tours so much because it helps so much more what is happening. See, this is the thing. They are resetting the big guns But it's the little striker here in the LT that is doing the capping. And they will lose some HP for it. But now they have a base, and that means that it will be up to Espil to make the move. Sashenka, in the meantime, has gone all the way up to there, being a very cheeky little move there. But Nexus now has the advantage. Let's see. Espil has to now make a move, because the advantage will grow bigger. So they either need to take base D, which is completely open to multiple guns here. 3 even with Maravilla. Or they have to take base A, which is also heavily protected. And they don't really have a choice. It can be relatively safely kept. To be kept from... Oh, Striker's actually there now. Pomodorchik actually moved forwards. And shot the ground. They did steal the base though. Such a cheeky move. That's also because of Sashenka here. Basically being very forward. Skoloides loses quite a bit of HP. Sashenka is moving in. Espil is pushing through the middle, now also going after base B. Sashenka wants to go after Striker, but Striker is hightailing it out of there. Skoloides gets taken out. Maravilla is not looking too healthy, does get taken out as well. Pika, next in line to go down. Base D and A and B are all being taken. Pomodorchik basically now slowly being eaten alive here. And D and B are still... Amure gets taken out. Strike is dealing with Sashenka. Pomodorchik goes down. Striker had the HP disadvantage here. So it's no surprise that Sashenka takes him out, and CK is the last one left alive. He takes his head off just as they hit 1k, and Espil has the game. Well played. Again though, these games are close. Like, in this case, it's suddenly all flipped, and Espil had like complete dominance. But for a long time, it could have gone either which way. So for the second game on Normandy, we have to keep in mind that Espil is now up for match point. If they win this game, then they are through to the upper bracket, and it means that Nexus is through to the lower bracket. So they're not completely out yet. So let's see. Nexus now ready with an LT, 3 AMX-54s, a Hori, a 205B, and a Kranwagen. Whereas on Espil's side, they are still deciding who's going to take what. But we see an E50M, a Kranwagen, a Subconquer, maybe no Kranwagen, maybe a different Kranwagen. Okay, never mind. They're all unreadying. They're all readying up in different packs. I will call it out when they actually ready up. This is actually, like, I love that. Damien just said, it's a pity Wargaming doesn't sell optimism, they sell crates. And you're very right there, but the idea of optimism being a currency, or being had with currency, is actually amazing. Like, the thing is that I know that I'm gonna crash so hard after this stream, because I'm just like all hyped up right now. So when that stops, it's like you get an extra low. And that's always very tough to deal with. I would like to be more optimistic, because that's not something that comes easily to me these days. But yeah, Espil ready with an E50M, an LT, an AMX-54, 3 Super Conquerors, and a Kranwagen. And here we go. Let's see if they can do something similar and amazing as we saw last game. Or if Nexus is going to bring it back to a tiebreaker. And the thing is, I can't even look at the scores of the other teams because the game will crash. Like in the... in the same group, I mean. Striker going in for the quick cap. Sashenka on the other side, also right there. This is kind of unfair though, like there's probably also because of the spawn, Striker spawning closer to base C. Also like the thing where they do that, they already turn around and then as soon as they cap it, they're just like, I don't want to be here anymore. I'm just gonna go into the corner and keep an eye on things. And now Nexus going in for the early double cap here. And they're not going to be able to uncap that. They might uncap it a little bit, but not enough. They do cap the base. Base B is also being capped though. It does cost Big a little bit of HP. Striker's lost quite a bit of HP as well. Espil's dug into the middle, but now Nexus has the point advantage, so they will have to stand in the base for a little bit in order to get the point advantage back. Which they might... Oh, no, he's not going to do that. He has to be very... Oh, he is spotted. And he does eat one. I'm surprised he didn't wait to get unspotted there, though. Let's see. HP-wise, it is neck and neck. Pika and the Hori holding at the back here. Let's see. Shots happening. Espil seem to be strong in the middle. But they might go after base A. Which could be difficult with CK there. Which I'm not sure they know about. They don't even need to take the base, they just need to stand in it long enough to get the advantage back. But that can be very, very costly if they do that. And they are ready for it. And Muri is waiting here. I haven't decided how to pronounce his name. Because it would be Amore, in my opinion. But it's more French, so it would be Amore. Amore. This is the thing when you use all the extra letters in your name, honestly. Let's see. Sashenka running around at the back again. They are waiting. We're at 700 points. Amore is moving forwards, gets spotted in the middle. So they know that there's tanks there, they just don't know quite exactly where. Devotion is at the back there holding. Let's see, Maverick is relocating. He's not getting spotted for that because Amore has just moved back. The thing is, you can tell that there's just a lot of talk going on here. We're now at 800 points. Usually that's the part where stuff is happening, and here we are. Oh, that's not where I meant to go. Oh, big hits. Nesdria going into the cap. Again, they don't need... Well, they're about to lose a tank for it, though. That's not what they were going for, I'm sure. And Asko can't really do much of anything either. So now they have two low HP targets right near them, near the 900 points border. There goes Nesdria. They still have two bases. Asko actually gets struck there. And he goes down. 998, and the game is for Nexus. This is the thing, like, with the... That was too big a risk. They would have had a safer place going for A rather than anywhere else, really. But well done on Nexus. That early cap made all the difference here. And that means we go to a tiebreaker again. We are moving on to Black Gold Fill. It has 3 bases. It is one of the best maps. It's one of the maps that usually we see a lot of blind fire early on. Sometimes shots pen, and it's ridiculous. The fact that basically everyone enters the game fully loaded is something that I'm still not behind because of stuff like this. Yeah, there was a time at some point in the tour where it was all the FT, the Chinese TD spam, and one of them was just ammo racked in the spawn because of a blind shot that just went across them. Which honestly shouldn't be a thing. But yeah, Black Goldfield is one of those maps as well. Anyhow, 40 seconds left before we go into the tiebreaker for this matchup. We see that Nexus is now completely ready with an LT, 3 AMX54s, a 215B, an E50M, and a Kranwagen. And on Espil's side, we see 2 F3s, an LT, 3 E50Ms, and 1 Super Conqueror. So let's see. The thing is that right now, this is not obviously the top 8 yet, not the top 4. This is the qualifier, which means that you're fighting for cups. The cups are the thing that basically decides whether or not you're going to be top 8 or not. Which is why ending in as high a position as possible helps you qualify for the top 8. Okay, we're going to look at the blind fire shots, if they happen, which they should. See the fire lines. Yo, he got tracked. No damage done though. None of the shots connected. He's not happy that he got tracked. Striker. Sashenka being very forwards here. Very cheeky position. And it costs Striker a lot. They're also going to get base B because of it. Which is pretty much the hardest base to get. Sashenka does not want to be there anymore. Is actually getting shot at. Somehow only took 1 hit so far. And then just goes down. Pika takes a little bit of a hit and another one. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sashenka is now going to go to base C. Because pretty much everyone has been spotted and they know where Malinovka is as well. The F3s have to be a little bit careful. The E50Ms are rotating out. There's a balloon here. Sashenka is being very cheeky here. Does shoot at Malinovka. And now we have Les and Skeloides just moving in. Malinovka is the preferred target here. Striker is actually the preferred target here. Is still getting shot at. Now Sashenka is going to move in. Skeloides again is pretty much being the sacrificial lamb here. Is not going to survive. Oh, he actually does survive. A split second longer. Malinovka goes down. Almost. No! Malinovka survives a little bit longer. Sashenka kinda needs to kill Malinovka. But he is trying to help his team. Visa goes down. There goes Malinovka by Sashenka. Pika goes down. Nesdria is still alive. Pomodorchik is eating all the shots. Nesdria does go down now. We have Les moving in. Now, there's a lot happening everywhere. The reason I'm focusing on this is because the teamwork here is just sublime to watch. Making it 3v4. Maverick is in danger. Can't really move much from where he's at. Is now tracked, which is not good for his health either. Takes another hit. Is going to go down on the next reload. There's just nothing that he can do about it. And he does. Then we have Sashenka moving in. Les wanting to shoot him. Sashenka is almost gone. And he does get another kill. Sashenka honestly goes down, making it 2v2. With Asko now gone as well. So we just have less left. They're at 700 points. He wants to go for Amore. He is going to deal with CK instead, though. This is the thing. He has HP, but he's going to lose it. Oh, especially when he bounces like that. And now he's just basically a sitting duck, and the game will go to Nexus. Well played, though. Basically, in my opinion, Espil had all the cards here. And they lost it. Alright, that's instant. It didn't crash! I jinxed it probably, but it didn't crash. Look at how close the HPs are, though, like the damage that the teams did. But, like, every tour game, you have a team that wins and a team that loses. And sometimes it's more than, in this case, I feel that Nexus didn't so much win the game rather than as well losing it. Because it was theirs to lose there. But yeah, oh, servers definitely differ all the time. It makes for very interesting. Basically, this is one of the reasons that when it comes to the final stages for Apex server, I take time off work in order to be able to stream it. Because there's no dedicated Apex streamer right now. And I love streaming that. And it's so fun because it's so different. Like, all the servers have their own pace, basically. And generally speaking, EU is the most slow paced. You have the most supremacy games out of all of them. There are seasons where NA is just like that, and there are seasons where NA is just not YOLO, but sort of like much more fast paced, much more action. But yeah, 20 seconds left before we go into the lower bracket, I believe. No, this was low. I can't check yet. I will check soon. No, it's the finals. That would be lower bracket. Which means it's Nexus versus whoever got through to the lower bracket. Yeah. Oh, I hope we see Love again. No, sorry, Espil. Because Espil lost. See, my brain is all over the place. It is Love. Ooh. We're going to go to Camp Stilla. Like, if you want a campy tour game, then this is usually the map you get it on. It is my most hated tool map for that reason. We have seen some epic games there, mind you, and some of them are surprisingly fast-paced, but there have been so many tour games on this map where it's just basically everyone is camping and they have a few people spotting, and they are afraid to go anywhere because they will get shot to hell if they do. So pretty much nothing happens. And you have a lot of just like very slow building games that just don't really work that way. And there's a lot happening, but like you have everyone gathering information and seeing what's happening, but you can't actually there's no action to it, so to speak. Let's see. Okay, for the next stream I have a very fun replay that just got sent to me with finally Batchat 25T mastery in Wild Ones Helper style. Honestly, I love streaming Jack's games because he's just epic and he makes it look so easy. So I'm looking forward to showing that next stream because right now all the matches will follow each other really fast. So I don't have any space for replays anymore. Yeah, you just got to the no crash part as well. So we have Love now ready with two AMX 54s, an LT, an F3, a 215B, another F3, and a Hori. Versus Espil in two LTs, an F3, three E50Ms, and a T22 medium. That looks very Wolfpacky though. If I had to guess, I would guess that they're going to go to the Citadel, because they are on the right side for that. And then maybe leave Future Simple behind base B somewhere to just overlook B and C. That would purely be my guess. I'm not good at the tactics, but based on what I would do, and honestly, I'm not a professional player in any way, shape, or form, that is what I would do. Honestly, I hated the time some clan missions took when it was the clan event. Right now, I'm just hating the daily missions because of the time that they can take. Because of the event that we have now. That I refuse to buy the pass for because it's ridiculously expensive. Here we go. With Nietzsche in the F3. I was just gonna say I'm not having any music, but there we go, thank God. Is this the professional spring season camo thing? It does look so cool though. And the thing is, wargaming doesn't just let anyone stream tours. And the thing with that is that it takes a lot of trust. Because you have to trust people not to spoil the beans to the teams that they're streaming. To get a certain result, stuff like that. Oh, yeah, and Les actually both get spotted. They both shoot each other, both donate each other. And Les is just like, I don't really want to be there anymore. I'm going to go to the other building. Yetta driving through the cover. Oh, that was a blind shot. Didn't hit, though. Ano getting capped. Sashenka in a very cheeky position. The thing is that depending on where the love team would have gone, this would have been absolutely murder for Sashenka. But because no one is there yet, usually like you have someone here, and then you have people there, and then Sashenka would be toast. But love has not gone that way. Let's see. Now we have Toby moving up the ramp, spotting Future Simple. They probably expected him to be there. And now he's spotted, so the base can capped relatively easily by Jere. I wonder if I always say Jere because it's such a Dutch name. But I kind of wonder if it should be Jerry. That's just me. That's not a thing I need to ask Lado. Oh, I'm making all the noob moves here. Jere is a normal Dutch name though. That's the thing. Shots are being fired. But not much damage has been done overall. But Espil has a decided point advantage. Ugisaki at the back there. I kind of figured that what that is going to mean, but obviously I'm not going to pronounce it that way. Visa and Scyloides holding the base. They are spawning those AMXs. Well, AMX Flamingo is slowly but surely being farmed a little bit. And Nietzsche is moving at the back. Sashenka has moved around all the way. No, that's less. Sashenka is on the heels there. He actually managed to get out there unscathed. Now we have less. Who's going to spot Flexus probably? No, he's being careful. Yetta's gone all the way to the top. And Flamingo is just steadily being eaten alive, honestly. Now Scyloides has to be careful, especially because Flamingo is not alone. But they don't know that yet. They can expect it because they have seen Nietzsche before. Maverick losing a whole lot of HP in the middle. As does Toby. Nesria taking the hit. Toby actually goes down first, but that cost him a lot of HP. Maverick goes down quite soon after. Sashenka also lost quite a bit of HP. We have Future Simple now. Moving in. Nesria can't get out of where he's at. Base B being kept. They need that. But now we have Nietzsche at the back there. That was big hits into Future Simple. Nesria goes down. Future Simple decides he does not want to be here anymore. He's got like an easy one shot there though. Flamingo going down quite literally. And this might have saved... No, never mind. Sashenka, I was gonna say, but Flaxus murdered him. Nietzsche is being focused on. Flamingo is still alive if in the water. Love having all the advantages in guns and points and everything. That was actually brutal because Visa still slid down. Future Simple. Flamingo is still alive as well, mind you. No, there he goes. Les taking care of him. But now we have Kugisagi arriving. And it's just Les and Skiloides that are left alive. Parvotic takes a little bit of a hit there. Skiloides can't really move anywhere because he's just gonna get murdered. And he does get murdered. And now it's just Les, who did not kill Kugisaki. That was a relatively small hit. And the thing is that it doesn't really matter because he's not going to be able to kill Pyrotic in time. There, he doesn't even get to shoot him again. And the game is for love. I do the kind of like guessing names and everything. I just hope that I guessed it right. I think it would help if the Epic players that want to stream tours just start streaming making content, because that will generally say a lot about you as content creator, which allows Wargaming to have an idea of what kind of person that you are. Because quite frankly, Apex server has a big issue with very toxic tournament players. So, whereas in DNA server some X tour players start streaming tours, that would be a lot harder in Apex server. The thing is that the merge won't help tours because the time zones will still be a thing. But yeah, going back to this tour, for the second game on Camp Stella, we see a concept on B, an AMX 54, an LT, 2 Kraanwagens, an F3, and a patent for love. Or love, I should say. And on Espil's side, we see 2 Chieftains, 2 AMX 54s, an LT, and 2 E50Ms. Also, if I'm missing anything in the chat, I do apologize. It's kind of like, with the 3-minute delay, it can be difficult to keep up. Especially when there's actual chat to be had. And let's see. Here we go. Oh, we're stuck on Nietzsche. Also like that immediately everyone knows where they're going to go, so you see like immediate action. Yera going straight for the middle. I wonder if he's going to... I think he is going to go for the GB Cup. Oh. Likewise, Espil might be doing that as well, but no, they're not. Parotic is there to decap them if they were. But yeah, they actually got away with it. He does get spotted in the end. Oh, does lose a big chunk of health for it. But they do have the base and point advantage now. Sashenka on the hill, base A is being kept. We now see Jere doing another ballsy move. The thing is, they are likely to shoot the bushes if they're going to blind shot. Toby loses a little bit of HP. But now Love has 2 bases. And that gives him a very comfortable position. Let's see, Espil is moving. Shots being fired. Visa. Oh, cheeky shot there. And he's got 2 E50Ms against him. And he is getting shot all the way from Sashenka. And Sashenka is not paying for it. And Toby can't really stay where he's at. Parotic is like, I don't really want to be here anymore. Toby is just eaten alive. And now we have basically Flamingo pulling back. Nesria losing a little bit of HP as Espil pushes. Nietzsche pulling back. Jere got spotted. But Rotic very low on HP here. Does actually get taken. Sashenka as being the man of the match all the way back there. Jere for the other side, but I wonder if it's going to be enough. Can Love hold this? Because they've already lost 2 guns. Nietzsche is on this long reload. Flex assist is not landing his shot. Sashenka does go down though. Base B is being stolen. Kugisagi got absolutely massacred. Nietzsche not getting that shot in is also going to be costly. And we have Jere at the back there, helping, trying to, relocating to avoid getting hit. But Flexus goes down. Base B is still being capped. And they know where Jere is at, they just can't hit him quite yet. He is getting blind shotted though. And now it's just Flamingo in the middle. Who is also getting shot from multiple directions. He does go down. Now it's just Jere versus many, many people. He's got a grand total of 10 HP right now. Such a cheeky thing. Base C is being taken. He is being shot at. Is he going to behave? He does get another shot in. This is just an entertaining watch. Ah, there you go. Let's take him out the moment that he showed his ass a little bit. Tony, if you want to enter the giveaway, please follow the instructions. Agassi, Eric, can you help him out? And now the score is 1-1. It's, I'm not sure if you can call it that. They are merging the servers, but it kind of means that you will play on Apex servers unless you tune with someone from EU. And then they will drag you into the EU, along with all the ping. Basically, I said it, and I know that there's a 3-minute delay, but Eric immediately answered. That's like brilliant. I spoke back in time. 1 minute left. We are off to Fort Despair, which is one of my less favorite maps, if I'm honest. It is relatively small. It is one of the maps that is generally quite campy, not just in tours, but also just like in randoms. There are 3 bases, and that can be very interesting. I generally, where I'm going depends a lot on what kind of tank I'm driving in this map. Like, there's not an overall side that I prefer to be at. Which, to be fair, in a lot of maps that is the case. But yeah. Anyhow, there is like a global server coming. Like, when we move to Reforged, everything will be one global server, which is still weird. There's so many questions that I still have about that. But anyway, for Despair, we see Love now ready with two 215Bs, two F3s, AMX54, a Kranwagen, and an FT. And they will go against three F3s, three AMX54s, and an E50M. Let's see. I do think it's got to be Yeti. Would it be Jerry? To be fair, it would be something that the players would do. So we have Love going towards the C and middle section, and Espil pretty much doing the same thing on the other side. Toby holding. That is one of my favorite camos ever. Let's see. Blind shots happening. People are getting spotted. And look at Espil. They're going for a middle server Wolfpack. They are capping. Arkilov losing a little bit of HP for it. Base C is also being taken. But this means that Espil has the advantage. The thing is that they don't quite seem to know what they want to do with it. They got in base B, so now what? Now they're wolfpacking towards base C, maybe? Yere is kind of like, I don't really want to be here anymore. He spots most of them. Gets tracked, gets shot from everywhere. Sashenka is arriving. And he does not even get another shot in. He actually got set on fire as well. I feel for Yere. Yere is not having a good match here. And he gets absolutely murdered. Future Simple now in a bit of a pickle. Toby is relocating. Arkilov losing a whole lot of HP as well. Shooting at Nietzsche but actually missing. Does go down. Now we have Desria together with Sashenka. Sashenka is pretty much everywhere all the time. Nietzsche bouncing like a pro here. Does take a hit now then. And he's not going to be able to survive this. He does go down. He's the second gun for Love to go down. But Future Simple is now being set upon. Kugasaki is almost reloaded. Toby goes down. And he's going to need another shot. And he does go down. Skiloidus takes a big hit. We have Flex Assist getting some help from Kugisaki now. And now it's just Visa. And with Visa turning, he's actually making it oh, Kugisaki actually goes down. So there goes the support for Flex Assist. It is 3v4. Visa is on the long reload. Sashenka is arriving. Flex Assist. Oof, Visa goes down as well. It is 2v2. Parotic is in danger. But HP-wise, it's not that far off. We have Hasi capping base B. Basically leaving Parotic to be killed. And they kind of had to, because they were already at so many points. They're at 930 points already. And Love pretty much got just caught off guard. Can't really describe it any other way. And the game will be for Espil. Also love Nasuria's camo as well. It's pretty. I like those colors. Especially, oh god, he got taken out by a fire as well. That's just mean. It's just adding insult to injury, really. Thing is that sorry, I'm just reacting to the chat now. With the server merge, it will be a global server, but you still have all the server clusters. So pretty much everyone can still play on their respective server clusters, so you will still be on APEC, it just won't be called APEC anymore. That's not quite how it works, Antonio. Like, you guess for the whole team, so a score closer to 15,000 is probably better, unless of course it's like a super supremacy game and no one does any damage. Less than a minute left to go. Espil now up for match point. If they win the next game, then Love is out for tonight. And Espil will go through to the grand finals. And let's see, Love now completely ready. We have 3 AMX 54s, 2 IS4, sorry, AMX 54s, 2 IS4s, a 113 and a Hori. That's like almost an old school lineup. Whereas on Espil's side, we see 3 F3s, 2 Super Conquerors, an LT, and another IS4. Look at that. Let's see. Good night, Damien. Here we go. Those IS4s though, like the fact that both teams IS4s is beyond me. Let's see. Tashenka moving in very quickly. Going in for the cheeky B camp. Espil is playing very cheeky games, but the thing is that it might actually work. C is being rushed basically. But now Espil will already have a point advantage. Kugasagi has been spotted. They know he's there. Sashenka is kind of like, I'm just gonna hightail it out of here. Skiloides is getting shot at in the IS4. Look at the sky in the ground. Robotic all the way at the back. Kugisaki is getting shot at a lot, but so far has not taken much damage. Sashenka shooting at Flex Assist. Oh, now they know where the Hori is. Skiloides pulls back. The thing is that depending on the damage that they take, these guys know which kind of tank shot them. So they now know that the Hori is in spawn somewhere. They just don't know, they just don't know exactly where. Nietzsche shooting the bush. Future simple holding. Again, it will be up to Love to make a move, so Espil is in the position where they can just wait and see what happens. Sashenka going into a spotty spot. He's not there to do more than that, just looking. Nesdria shooting the little bush there. This is the thing that they know that there's likely someone there, so that's what they're shooting at. Now you're guessing for the second game of the grand finals. So you guess the damage that the team on the left, which we don't know yet which it is, because I never know which side someone is shown on the tour room. Cheeky. Yeah, they're in danger now. I'm not sure how well that's just 2 fast light tank shots. And the pressure is on Love. They have to make the move. They have to do something. Skiloides is now pulling back. But we are at nearing 700 points. Now we have Jere being set upon. We have the F3s moving in as well. There goes Jere. Now we have Kugisaki. Sashenka is going to go after him. He goes down. 840 points for Espil. Hasi being shot at in the middle. Visa goes down though. Les not looking too healthy either. Skiloides is not looking too healthy. He has to be very careful. He has to move, but at the same time he can't really move because that's what happened. Parotti got him. Fluxus goes down. Base B is being taken now though. Sashenka moving in quickly. Going after Toby to avoid him being able to cap the base. And he goes down. Future Simple does as well. But now it is 3v2. And Sashenka still has a lot of HP left here. Nietzsche goes down. And now it's just Pyrotic in the Hori. Going to try and survive as long as he can. But there's just too much HP. And the matchup. Look at him jump. And the matchup is for Espil. Commiserations to Love. You were a joy to watch tonight, honestly. I was just gonna say, I would like... And it worked again! I'm so scared of this. Of the game just crashing on me. But yeah, these were just lovely games. Also just want to point out, like, you have all pro background, new pro background, all pro background, new pro background, and 3 all pro backgrounds. But that goes to show how seasoned these guys are. But yeah, now we just have to wait until we are below 3 minutes. I don't dare go into the tour menu kind of thing because I fear that that will kill things again. Basically, you guess for the second game in the grand finals. So when the first game of the grand finals is over, for me, like, so that's 3 minutes before it's over for you, I will post stop guessing now in the chat. And that basically means you can't guess anymore. But that's because after that, the game starts that you are guessing for. Let's see. Basically, after the next game that you see is the game that you are guessing for. And I pretty much, like, every stream that I have giveaways, I do it like this because I actually enjoy it more. And luckily I have an amazing Eric and an amazing Agassi that help me out with stuff like that. So I don't have to worry about it. I can just enjoy the matches. And they will run the whole giveaway stuff for me. So now we are below 3 minutes. We can actually go into them. I'm just waiting a little bit longer. I don't know why I do that actually. But I always just want to make 100% sure. My throat is doing me in right now. We are going to go to Middelburg. Not sure how much I like that 4-tool map, to be honest. Middelburg looks like something like this. You have the hills, you have the city. Usually there's lots of action in the hills, but then people holding the city. Because you can't really leave the bases unattended. You have to do something in order to make sure that you're not giving away 2 bases. Because that's the thing. In the city, there's 2 bases. So you have to take that into account. And it will be Nexus versus Espil. Yeah, so it's actually better for you to guess now than when I post stop guessing, because after that your guess won't count. Let's see. 2 minutes left before we go into the first game of these grand finals. And we see Nexus ready with an LT in F3, a Chieftain, 2 AMX 54s and 2 Super Conquerors, versus 2 F3s, 2 E50Ms, 2 AMX 54s, and a Chieftain. Let's see. If you're typing, if your message shows in the chat after my message, it doesn't count anymore. Hey, Karam. Karamhan. Karamhan. I'm struggling with reading and words. Like, the chat is a little bit away from me. I'm not wearing my glasses because usually I don't need them. But yeah. But you've already made a guess, though, Warris. So you're fine. Thank you, I can see exactly that. Let's see. 33 seconds left to go. It's only a best of 5. To be honest, I think for these kind of tours, that's fine. Because, like, I'm streaming, they're playing, so there's a lot more stress on them. But you have to be, like, aware and stressed and totally focused for better part of 2 to 2.5 hours. It's okay, Antonio. You could have asked for help with that. I love the boss mode camo, it's so fun. CK just actually spawned in the hills. I wonder if that was the intention. Obviously they're going to work with it now. Let's see. Striker going in for the spotty spot. We see blind shots happening. No damage done though. As a streamer, it's always fun to see that though. So they know that Striker is there. They don't know CK is there. They're holding him in reserve to make it look that Striker is alone. Let's see. They're holding against one another. Base A in the meantime has been kept, which means that now Espil has a growing point advantage. Let's see, now with the Super Conquerors and Amore in the AMX 54. Moving in as Ria has been spotted again. They haven't spotted anyone from Nexus here though. Nexus now having sent Striker to the base to cap. CK is still unspotted for all he's done so far. But this means that there's like a 100 point advantage in Espil's advantage. Pika taking a little bit of hit there. Look how high I can go. GG. We have Pomodorchik all the way at the back. Aw, you legend, Eric. No, you should have already guessed. You can guess whenever. It's for the game that's showing next. That's the thing. Like right now, this is one of those moments where I mean, like, the game is dead, but there's so much happening that you just don't see. There's no action. But they're all waiting for each other. They're all trying to find each other. It's all mind games, really. But yeah, if you want to guess, well, by the time you hear this, it's probably over, but you have to guess fast. Let's see. Nexus pushing in town. Going to steal the base. Sashenka is there, but there are 4 people from Nexus there. The thing is that I don't think Espil knows that they have such a big advantage in the hills. And now they are pushing. They are going after the people in the hills. Going for the difficult to hit target. Nasdria losing quite a bit of HP there. Ooh, that shot hit the ground. They need to pick a target, then they need to focus fire. Visa going after Amore. Maravilla losing that shot completely somewhere in space. CK now next in line. He's the one that they want to murder. And it's Arkilov that gets him. Now you have Maravilla facing off against Esko. Using the sandbags. 820 points for Espil. Sashenka goes down. But Strike is low on HP. The thing is though that they have 2 bases. So Espil has to be careful. Nasria goes down. Maravilla goes down. We have the rest of Nexus arriving. They need to grab the bases back. Because they actually still don't have the point advantage despite the gun advantage. Les has to be careful. He is pretty much going off on his own, and I'm not sure that that was a good call, because it's so close. If he dies, and he does, the game is for Nexus. He pushed on his own, and that cost him the game. Very well done, because you've just guessed in the chat, and I now need to stop the guessing, so that's something. So before that goes on, there we go. Yeah, it is in 3 minutes, but still. So that is the first game up and over. And now we're getting ready for the game where all the damage guessing was for, which decide who wins a battle pass and some fan containers. Let's see. This is basically, again, one of those games where Espil lost. This was their game, and in this case, I understand the push, but because he pushed alone too fast, he didn't have the gunfire that was needed in order to take out the tanks, and yeah, that was used against him. Yes, but I'm not gonna let you watch the game and then guess. So you're guessing for Nexus now. "25 seconds left to go. Nexus now ready with an LT, an F3, 2 Kranwagens, a Hori, an AMX 54, and a Super Conqueror. And Espil taking 2 F3s, 3 AMX 54s, a 215B, and an LT. Let's see. Here we go. And to be fair, you have a good guess there. You don't need to change the guess to something else. It's all about the people that are closest. You don't have to exactly guess what they do. It's just closest to. And generally it helps to not have a round number, because if you have a round number and someone else posted the same round number for you, then their guess would count and yours would not. Or at least their guess would count better. So now pretty much everyone is focusing on the middle. We are about to have a very brawly game, I think. Nasria losing a lot of HP very quickly here. Pomodorchik getting focused on. Base A is being kept. Nezria bouncing a surprising amount of shots. Visa arriving as well. Esco losing a lot of HP. I think they had expected people to go to the hills. Pika losing a lot of HP there as well. Has to be very careful. The positioning from Nexus is not ideal right now. They're bleeding a lot and they're getting in each other's way, which is not going to be helpful for them. And they can't really move anywhere. Pika very low on HP. It's not really getting a hit in. Does get one now, but is going to die for it. Striker goes down, Devotion goes down. Somehow Les survives. Pika survives another shot, but then Les takes him out. Amure, not looking too healthy, gets taken out as well. Esco is still surviving somehow on a grand total of 2 HP. It is 5v2. Okay, 4v2. Pomodorchik and Maravilla holding together. Visa being the first one to push because he's by far got the most HP. Pomodorchik facing off against Les. He goes down. Nexus. He's not going to win this game. And to be honest, this was a weird game. But it worked out very well. If you have that guess recorded, by the way, I'll count it because it was posted before I stopped the guessing. So that means that the winning score is 14,937. Because Nexus is the team on the left. And it means the score is now 1-1 and we are off to Desert Sands. Desert Sands... Oh no, that's Dynasty Spiral. That's the wrong one. This is Desert Sands. You have a desert and you have a little city in the desert. You have a crushed plain. You have 3 bases. Pretty much in the same line, but in very different areas of the map. Base B can sometimes be taken in a very cheeky move, but at the same time it is very, very risky to do so. One minute left before we go into the match. I like this map. I haven't seen anyone summon the Sandworm for a very, very long time. Yeah, that what Agassi said. The last guess you made before I said stop is the one that counts. Like, for me, the fact that you deleted it after is just because everything is confusing. So that guess is the one that counts for you. Score is 1-1, 24 seconds left before we go into the third game of this best of 5. We see Nexus now ready with 4 E50Ms, 2 AMX 54s and a 4202. And on Espil's side we see 4 E50Ms, a 4202 and 2 F3s. So it's basically F3s versus AMX 54s. Yeah, basically it has to be a Wolfpack match now, doesn't it? Let's see. I saw the tag, Eric, but I think you will already have your answer by the time I can check it. Let's see. Here we go. Ooh, the Wolfpack is splitting up. We have some monster evos holding in the desert. Espil Wolfpack is going completely to the desert. I wonder if they're going to go for a GDB cap. To be fair, these teams have been very different to how we see some tour matches There's nothing slow about them. A has been capped, C is being capped. The E50Ms are getting spotted in the spawn. Blind shots are happening, but there's no one there. So they blind shot some more. All of Espil is in the desert. They're now sending Shashenka back. The thing is, this is the thing with the wolf pack. She kind of expects action here. Sashenka is getting shot at. They don't know he's there, and he doesn't know they don't know that he's there. Now they do, though. So he's going to use this lovely little hill to peek behind. Let's see. They're holding the city. But right now, Espil still has the point advantage. They will have to either push in, take a kill, stand in base A, or cap base B. So whereas Espil is a little bit lost, looks like, right now, they do have the advantage. I like all the blind shots, though. Ah, look at the canal. Just the dark atmosphere around it is just so creepy cool. Devotion got spotted. So I don't know. This is the thing. You can learn so much from tour games because of these kind of things. Like even before Sashenka was spotted, Devotion got spotted. That tells him where he's gonna get spotted from. Not in the literal sense, but they know these positions. They know that if you get spotted here, it means that there's someone over there. So they know that there's someone there. Like right now, he's not there to actually hurt Sashenka. He's trying to keep Sashenka spotted in the hope that someone from his team over there, in this case Pika, can get shots into Sashenka. Right now he's not spotted. Pika is patiently waiting here. They're making all the shots. We're nearing 750 points. And again, Espil has the advantage, so it will be up to Nexus to make the move. Espil's not in any rush. They don't need to move. They just need to keep their tank safe. In this case, I do think that Future Simple is in a bit of a tricky position. Because if he pushes, and they push all together, which they kind of should, then he's in a bit of a tricky position. Same as Les, but Les can push forwards. 820 points for Espil. $840. Nasria takes a bit of a hit. Nasria seems to be the preferred target. But he can pull back behind the hill here easily. Now we have the Wolfpack moving in. Pomodorchik losing a lot of HP very, very quickly. So does Pika. Pika a bit too slow. The focus fire is not quite there as well. Future Simple is being focused on. CK got set on fire. Nasria is the preferred target for Nexus. But pretty much they're shooting everyone. CK got set on fire again. Pika goes down as well. 960 points. All they need is one more kill. 960 points for Nexus. They need to take out Pomodorchik. And they need to take him out fast, because 990 points. They are capping base A. They're getting away on points. Nexus takes the game. And again, this was Espil's game to lose. very small, low damage game. This is what happens when you play supremacy, basically. But Nexus took it home, which means that they are now up for match point. And if they win the next game, then they are basically the grand champions for tonight. Let's see. For the next game on Desert Sands, we see Nexus taking pretty much a full wolf pack and a Kranwagen. And on Espil's side, we see 2 F3s, 4 E50Ms and a T22, which is pretty much a wolf pack as well. Let's see. This is always the point where I'm just like, I wish we could just start. Also, it is well, it's not even very late. It's 10:15 p.m. But I'm really, really tired. I want a tiebreaker, and at the same time, I kind of want to go to bed. It's not that bad though. Like for tours, I'll happily stay up. Like back when I streamed an AM, I would get up at like 1 or 2 p.m. a.m. Sorry, in order to stream an A at my 3 a.m. But it was worth it because we love them. Let's see. No, Ravaz's guess that was posted before the guessing stopped is the one that counts. So the one that was that he deleted after, that's the one that counts. Not the guess after my stopping guessing. Yeah, let's see. Oh, look at all the Evo camos though. That looks so good. Basically, Maravilla stands out a bit. Like, look at this. Look at the wolf pack. And you see similarly on the other side. It just looks so good though. First shot has been fired. V-Size is like, wait. Now we get just full-on brawl. For Nexus, it's kind of like, if they can take another win, yes. But we are getting just a very brawly game. Maravilla. Lots of fires. Sashenka is almost gone, so is Skeloidus. Sashenka goes down first. Now we have the F3s arriving. Focus fire is not quite there. Skeloidus goes down next. They're shooting every target except the same one. Devotion and Maravilla both go down. Nesria is not looking too healthy, does get taken out as well. Pika got set on fire, is not looking too well. Now the F3s are reloading, which is an issue. They need to take out Amore. Esco goes down. There goes Amore. Ooh, Pika survives by 9 HP. And actually less loses HP for that ram. But does not kill. Visa goes down. It is 4v2. 3. But there's just too much HP here. The game will be for Nexus together with the matchup. Future Simple is all alone. Ramming speed. Pomodori does not get shot. And it is a striker in the end that takes the kill. And the game is for Nexus as well as the matchup. So well done to Nexus. Basically, like, Espil, I see the potential. You've got it in you, but there's just, I don't know, you peek out a bit too far, take a bit too much risk, and then some of the games that you really should have won were lost. Still though, you came second tonight, which is still lovely. And Nexus, of course, congratulations, because that was fun to watch. So okay, First, I'm going to quickly take you to the pre-stream thing because I want to check my chat before I crash my game. Oh, that was just a friend request. It's fine. We can go back. I'm going to try and go to the tournament bracket. We can go here. We can go here. This all worked all the time. Demon and IW. Belove versus Angst. Serenity versus Desert. Aqua versus Ren. Afira versus PC Cat. Squad 1 versus BPS. And we had, of course, Espil versus Nexus. I'm going to look at this one. This is what it does. It will just until I close the game and restart everything. Okay, we don't need this. It's fine. Anyhow, the winners of the battle pass, the winner of the battle pass is Ature, as in AATURRE, from the NA server, and the fan containers were won by A Professor A, I can't word. Rawes won 1999, Rizhel 16, and Finnish Symphony. So congratulations on that. The battle pass is for September, so you will get that early September. I kind of expect the fan containers to follow around that time as well. So congratulations if you won. Like how everything crashes because I try to look at the tournament scene. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, Agassi and Eric, for your patience and for handling the chat for me. And that's it for me for tonight. I will be back with the third day of the fourth qualifier, and after that we will know who our top 8 is. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye!